Okay, take two. Right. I got this idea from MrWhosetheboss. He's a phone YouTuber, I watch him, he's interesting, and not doing the exact same thing as him, but I didn't know what else to call it, and yeah, that just seemed to work for the title. So, dear smartphone companies, first of all, when I look at a phone and I see that it's £300 or dollars or less, even less, I think, and I look at the things and they've got good camera, big screen, you know, works with Google, blah blah blah, it's got all this good stuff. I think great, you know, I can buy a good, really good phone for really cheap, and that's great, you know. But then I also think, what are they doing to their workers? How much are they paying them? You know, how fair is it, really? Because, I don't know, siren. You know, it doesn't matter, siren, who cares? Okay, I care. I'm just gonna say it's gone now. Sorry. So, with your workers, how much are they getting treated? Like, are they getting terribly treated so we can get a cheap phone? And also, although it's great to have a nice phone, factories like that, they make pollution and they you know, they ruin the air, then they melt the ice caps and then we're dead, right? Or, I don't know, it works, I'm not really a scientist, but, you know, I'm just saying, where you can, try and make it fair, even if it's a bit more expensive. I think I would buy a phone if it was a bit more expensive if I knew time had been taken to care for the world and care for the workers. Because some of the materials and phones, they're in, like, countries in the middle of a war and you have to nearly kill yourselves or kill someone else just to get the materials. Then you're, like, forcing workers, you know, to do the work. And I don't want to be hurting other people so that I can get a phone. So, where you can, just, why don't, you know, be fair. But, I'm sure it's expensive, and you're the companies, and do what you want. Now, phones themselves. Okay. If I were to design a phone, okay, so Google, obviously, Android, as much screen as possible. If there's going to be bezels, or chins, whatever you call them, the screen would be curved, okay? My screen is like boom, 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 right? It's just 90 degrees on every corner. It's like a rectangle. Whereas, like, some phones, they curve, the screen curves, and I think that's mainly with phones that are pretty much entirely screen, you know, like there's, you know, just a hole punch camera, you know, no bezels, just basically screen. And so, yeah, I like a curved screen because I don't feel like, I used to thought I liked the idea of the boxy, but nah, you know what, it looks more modern and smoother and calmer, or whatever. To curve the screen, you know, the screen looks nice if it's curved, because if you're going to have a rounded edged phone, especially if it's like entirely screen, if you're going to have a curved edged phone and a rectangular screen, that's just going to look weird. Then again, I think most companies do that already, so that's pretty good. Yeah, and I'm not a critique, it's not as if you're all failing. I'm just saying what I think I would like, so that's that. Now, headphone jacks. Personally, I don't care, because I use Bluetooth headphones, you know, and earbuds, they're a nuisance to me, but if you're going to have one, okay? But if you're going to have one, put earphones in the box, because it is always nice to see that you got a headphone jack and earphones and you can just, and then listen to music, you know? Because maybe your headphones broke, and so did your phone, and you thought you'd buy a new phone for your headphones or something, and it's just nice to see earphones in the box. And I know no one's really doing it anymore, but it's nice. I'm sure it's not that much expensive. You know, I'm sure you can afford to. Now, headphone jacks though, put them on the bottom, because when I see a phone, I like to have a smooth top, and apart from the buttons, like on and off and volume, the sides are pretty smooth. Then on the bottom, there's just really, you know, the ports, the headphone jack and the USB, or Lightning, or whatever, the charger port. You know, that's nice, you know? Like, my phone, it has the headphone jack and it has it at the bottom, but most of the other people, like my brother, his headphone jack's on the top. He doesn't care, he says he likes it, he says because it's complicated to have the headphone jack and the USB or the charger thing at the same time. I don't know. I generally don't charge my phone and listen to music or watch videos, and if I did, I'd probably use Bluetooth because they're comfortable than earphones. But it's nice to have earphones in the box, and if you can afford to, put it on the bottom. And if you're gonna have bezels or chins or whatever, put a speaker on the top one, because there's no point in the sound at the sides and the bottom. The bottom, no one's gonna listen to the phone like that unless they're talking to someone, right? If you're watching a video, the sound coming out there is pretty pointless. If it comes out this way, you know, you're sorted, you're all good. Unless you get really good speakers that somehow do surround sound or something. And that's the other thing. It's not completely related, but Dolby Atmos. I don't know if it's like expensive to include it because it's another company, but if you can put if you phone companies were able to put Dolby Atmos on your phones, so you can go into your notification settings, scroll down, scroll across, or whatever, and put on Dolby Atmos, put on your headphones, and then it's more surround. So I think that's what it does. When I put it on the first time, I was like, whoa, I didn't even know this existed, and then I put it on, I was like, it was awesome. So I don't know if it's expensive to do that, you know, and it's just people who are trying to save money as much as they can, so I realised that wasn't a necessary thing. But if you could put it on, good. And talking about apps and settings and stuff, FM radio, which I talked to my dad about, and he says it probably comes on every phone, but I don't know, probably does. Not that anyone uses it, I just think it's a nice feature, you know, because I was listening to it the other day, and it's just nice to not choose your music for once, you know. I mean, I know you can listen to the radio anyway, but it's nice to have it on your phone. It's just, I think it's interesting. Plus a notes section and a voice recorder. Now, I know you can download, like, somewhere to write notes probably, and I know you can download a voice recorder, but if I got a new Motorola phone, I would feel better if it was a Motorola voice recorder, because it's a pre-installed app. Now, if I got a new Motorola phone and they made their own search thing, like Google, like some companies do, like Huawei has to, because they're not allowed to work with Google, I'd be like, weird, I wouldn't be using it, I'd just use Google. But I like the idea of Motorola. Like, if I got a new phone and it was Motorola, like I was saying, the general apps that are pre-installed, like Google apps, Google stock apps or whatever, and Motorola ones, you know? Because Samsung has their own voice recorder, right? But if they didn't, you'd have to download like another one from the App Store, and I like the idea of having like a Samsung voice recorder on your Samsung phone, or Motorola voice recorder on your Motorola phone, and the same with notes. That's why Google's good though, because it doesn't come installed, but there's a free Google Notes app, and so even though you have to install it, it's Google based again, and it's nice to, you know, like the Google ecosystem, you can just have everything Google, you know, it's nice to have that. I think it's cool, you know. I just like being able to go on my Google phone, you get your Google Notes, or on my Samsung phone, you get your Samsung Notes, or on your like Motorola phone, you get your Motorola voice recorder. So a notes, radio, Dolby Atmos, and voice recorder. Now, if Dolby Atmos costs, like it's too expensive, okay, fine. But I'm sure you can install FM radio. I'm sure half of them, or most phones already have it. I'm not sure. I've only ever had one phone, so, well, technically. Voice recorder, like, that's just nice. And I know half the people will never use it because who cares? But, you know, creative people that like to pour down ideas or put in things or blah de blah. And then notes, you know, it's just another way of doing it. You know, passwords, you might put in notes, whereas a new song idea, if you write songs, or like something, you might put in voice recorder. So if I got a new Motorola phone, just to make this clear, and Motorola had their own search widget, I would never use it, right? I just use Google, because I'm sure it comes installed. I know it does, but even if they made their own one, I'm sure they'd still work with Google. So I would just use Google. But if Motorola had their own voice recorder, which they don't at the moment, I don't think, I would like that. You know, it's something nice about having the like basic apps like calculator and calendar and clock. Like if you had to download all those apps, have like 10 random different companies, sort of nice. Man, I can't speak. It's sort of nice to have a Samsung phone and Samsung apps. Like, I know, like games you're going to download from random companies, but I just like it. So if you can put in a voice recorder, and I take it most phones already have radios, that's why I'm not talking about that really, but a voice recorder, a note section, that would be great. And if you can add Dolby Atmos, cool. Now, the phone that got me quite excited was the Realme 6 and Realme 6 Pro. Now, I like the Realme 6 better, because Realme 6 and Realme 6 Pro, they're not that much more different, you know. The Realme 6 Pro, even though it's the better one, it's still pretty cheap. So it's not as if it's like $200 more or whatever. It's reasonably still cheap, I believe. I think that's what it was. The only reason I like the Realme 6 better is because I like the singular hole punch. I just like, not because it's less screen, I just think it looks nicer. And Realme's, it was good because it had a nice shiny back, and I don't like glass, right? This is the other thing, okay? When you're making your phones, why do they all have to be glass? Because, you know, you like having some, it's nice to have your phone out of the case, you know, have it all shiny, have it nice looking or whatever, but why does it have to be glass? Because if it's glass, you might break it or crack it or drop it, and then it's ruined. Some phone, I don't want to give like fake credit to someone, so I don't remember who it is. That's what I'm saying. But they had like vegan leather or fake leather or whatever, and that looked really nice. I mean, it looked weird because if I remember right, it was orangey, and that's weird. Just make it like brown or some other nice color. But experiment with other things like fake leather or like plastic, but make it nice. You know, put a pattern or put colors on it, or matte. You know, matte's a good idea. Make things matte, even if it's glass, but it's matte, because that'll probably make it slightly more tough, and then it's prone to fingerprints, right? What's prone mean? I don't know. It like, it's just safer and it looks still nice, or you know, experiment with backs. You know. So yeah. Now back to the Realme 6. I was excited because it was a big phone, not massive, but pretty big. It was big screen, it was Google, it was Android, it was whatever. Well, it's not run by Google, I mean, it's got Google on it. And most phones, you know, Corning Gorilla Glass, whatever, tough stuff. But it also had a pre-installed, already on it, screen protector. And if you didn't like that because it was too much bulk, which, you know, was half a millimeter, so much bulk, you could always take it off, I imagine, because they just stick on. I mean, it might crack, but if you didn't want it, you know, you probably don't care if it's cracked. But it's already on it. So I have a screen protector on my phone, but it's already on, and it's just nice to sort of think, you know, they're looking up, they're helping you look after your phone. And I know a lot of, well, I don't know if they still do, but I know some, like, phone companies put a basic case in the packaging, but it did, and, you know, if you haven't got your case yet, it's some protection, especially because it's glass, the phone case, and, or, if you're just happy with that case on its own, you know, then you're safe. You got the front cover and the back covered without having to do anything. It had a headphone jack, and it was at the bottom. If you're gonna put a phone jack, put it at the bottom. I don't know if I already said this. I think I did. You know, all the ports on one side. Don't put them on top and at the bottom. Yeah, I said that. So, yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So, I was really excited. And the only problem was, and I took great quality photos, you know, 4 cameras at back for all their different uses. You only need one, technically, but 4 is helpful. You know, it takes good quality photos. I don't have it, I just watched a video, so. You know, good quality cameras, all that stuff. And so I thought, you know, you got the case, you got the cover, you got the headphone jack, it's at the bottom, you got a cool looking, like, back, it's completely glass on the front. So, yeah, I thought it was good, but then the only problem was it didn't have Dolby Atmos. Dolby Atmos, that's it, I said it right. I mean, Pro did, it isn't a big deal. I mean, oh no, I have to sacrifice to get a better camera. You know, that's not a problem. I just like the singular hole punch, but then again, who cares? But it didn't come with, like, a voice recorder or a notes. And you can download those. It's not expensive, they're not bad, you can get really good quality free ones. You know, they're not crap ones, like 4.8 stars out of 5 on Google Play Store, so they're all good. But if I got a new Realme phone, like the Realme 6, I'd like to say, I mean, it doesn't say Realme voice recorder, it just says voice recorder. But, like, Realme designed it, and it's not complex. It's not like they put in hours of work if they had done it, but it's just nice to see your own company's thing, you know, and then you don't have to download anything. You know, you can open up your new phone, and if you're not into games, you can download WhatsApp, and that's like it, you know, or you can download like Instagram or any other apps that you really need. But you know, it's nice to sort of open your phone and not really need to download anything. I know half the people on Earth probably don't use voice recorder, but it can be useful, it can be helpful, rather than like, what if you need to record someone? It's easier than just like putting it on camera and just like putting it in your pocket and just seeing blackness. I just like it. I just think it's an added feature. If it's not too hard, put it on it. So the Realme 6 Pro, this isn't a review on it, but I was very happy with it. You know, headphone jack on the bottom, glass, screen protector. Well, I don't really care about glass. I just mean it looked nice. It did look like glass does look nice, but I think you should try it with other things. Came with a pre-installed, not pre-installed, like a protector, a phone cover, and a screen protector. That's what I'm trying to say. Came with the charger and the lead. Now, one last thing. Apple. For ages, they didn't put earphone thingies, make blibbers, headphone jacks. I don't know if they still do, because half the companies aren't doing it anymore. But I actually agree with Apple. I saw my friend, she was like on the bus or whatever, next to me, and she was just like about to listen to music, and she put in her earphones, and she put in the charging port. She put them in the charging port, straight in the middle. You know, the charging port's in the middle. It's usually not like on the corner, right? And I was like, whoa. Like, I never had an Apple phone. I never stared at Apple phones for centuries, so I don't know. But she put it in the center because the ones that come in the box, they're like, people always complain, oh, you can't charge your, you know, with some of the older iPhones or newer ones even potentially, you know, you can't charge your phone and listen to music at the same time. Well, everyone has AirPods who has an iPhone. Not everyone, obviously, but like Hirsch. Person who I was talking about, she got AirPods as well, I believe, right? And, you know, not just her, obviously, everyone has. Like, I saw people walking down the street and, you know, all sorts of things. So, you know, or else get headphones. Sony makes good headphones, and they're not that expensive. You know, just, there's nothing wrong with headphone jack. But I just think it also looks nice. Sort of put your earphones straight in the middle and just sort of put it on. I just think that looks nice. So, maybe it's, you can't listen and charge your phone at the same time, so do what you want, Apple. But I think your style looks cool. And, yeah, that's all I think. Experiment with new backgrounds, put headphones in the box. If you're going to have a headphone jack, put it on the bottom, otherwise make it like, to go on the charging port. If you want to put a pre-installed screen protector, that's great. Dolby Atmos if you can, voice recorder, and notes section. I'm MrWhosetheboss. So yeah, that's all. On Lego pieces. Peace out. And now you're gonna see me walk behind the camera. Turn it off, because I don't edit. I hope you could actually see me that whole time and I wasn't like, my head was cut off. Oh my gosh, it was. This is great. Well, you didn't see my head today. Bye bye. Peace.